Good morning, sir. You Candon Michael Farr?
Pronounced Farr, Your Honor.
Farr, I'm sorry. Yes, Farr. Thank you. You got a ticket. I wasn't first clear what it was, but they submitted a complaint. It's alleged that on August 31st in Three Rivers, that you were operating a motor vehicle with a high blood alcohol level over 0.17 in the Shell parking lot. That's a misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to 180 days in jail and a fine of up to $700. Carries.
Natalie Welch is here for a PEC, but I also had a complaint for her.
A new one?
Yeah,
'Cause I have
it's a city, not
I
a
have,
statute.
I have a PV too.
I wasn't sure if I should give the,
So I just need to arraign her on this.
yeah, but I'm gonna communicate it with Judge P because I know that she's got a PEC today too.
Um,
Do you want me to give it to Judge P?
well, I've got a PV on her.
Do you want to
It's
just do it then?
Yeah,
Okay, can I give that to you now?
yes.
Okay, thanks, Judge.
Anyway, I'm sorry, sir. Are you a veteran?
Yes.
See, you got some support here. Our veteran staff is here. This could affect your driving privileges. It would require that they be suspended. I don't know much about it. There's no original ticket. There's no affidavit of probable cause or bond form. So all I know is that you got arrested and posted a $200 bond. I'm sure Mr. Stickley will concur. I think the wise course here is to get a lawyer to help you with this. Show that you plead not guilty and set up pretrial conference with an attorney. Is that acceptable to you?
Yes, Your Honor.
What do you do, Mr. Farr?
I am a residential aide. I work for ADAPT. I do in-home residential care for the physically and developmentally disabled.
And you drive to those appointments?
Yes,
Yeah, so your license is important. If you get convicted of this, you're gonna lose it. Yeah, they don't have a driving record in here either. I sure don't know much about this one, but I know enough to advise you to plead not guilty. Appoint an attorney. Set attorney pretrial for the busy day of October 3rd. At 8:30. Mr. George, you're certainly aware of this. These first and third Fridays have become very dense with lots of cases. Mr. Farr, excuse me, I don't know much about this. We'll get the police report. Your blood alcohol at the time of booking was 264, which is more than 3 times the legal limit. It may have been higher than that at the time of the driving. So this is an issue with a underlying significant alcohol issue. Are you working with the VA on this?
yes.
Tell me about that.
I have twice checked myself into the hospital, Three Rivers Hospital for this.
Mhm.
And I went to the VA for treatment for 2 weeks prior to this incident. And I'm getting ready to go October 14th to the psychosocial residential rehabilitation training program that they have to help me with these issues.
Very good. Sounds like you're ahead of the game. Where did you serve?
Mostly just California and North Carolina. I never left the continental US.
All right. Well, the important thing, we're gonna get a lawyer for you. Sounds like you're doing a lot of things they're probably gonna want you to do anyway. So you stay on that track. And so what I want you to do is make an appointment to see your lawyer. They'll get the police report, see if there are any videos, laboratory reports, that sort of thing, and be in a position to discuss the case. This happened in the city of Three Rivers, but it's punishable by more than 93 days in jail. So it goes to the county prosecutor. So they'll be handling the matter. All right, good luck to you, sir. I'll see you on October 3rd.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. You have a good day.
All right, we're working on it. Teresa Standish. Good morning. This is file number. File out. Two 51301. All right, and we just met. Teresa Maria Standish, that's you.
Yes,
You got a ticket on July 5th for driving without a valid license. You didn't show up on July 22nd, and Judge Patterson wasn't very happy about it. He issued a bench warrant with a $1,000 cash or surety bond. He knew something I didn't. Then you failed to appear for your arraignment, and you failed to appear once before. So did you get arrested on this, or did you just come in today?
I just came in today.
Well, I just saw you a
Yeah.
bit ago.
I didn't-
I don't know why we didn't deal with this then. We have a drinking driving case or drug driving case coming up for sentencing. Let me see if I can find it. Eight. Yeah, that offense was June 6th. She didn't get arrested until August 27th. Who's your lawyer in that case? Oh, well, this is a three-years ordinance case.
I believe this is a.
No, it's a state case. Mr. George, does it make sense to just appoint you on this matter as well?
I would concur.
All right, you're set for sentencing for ten-six, which is a Wednesday. Oh, wait a minute. A Monday. At 11. In 251677. Started out as a felony case. Set this for APT with T George. At that same time. That way you won't have to make a special trip. He won't have to make a special trip. We'll see if we can deal with it on the 3rd of December. October, thank you. I've been doing that. Yesterday I said January out of the clear blue sky. October 6, 25 at 8:30. Now, you got this ticket. Well, you got stopped for the drinking driving case in June. You got this ticket in July, and then you failed to appear on multiple occasions. You've also got substantial unpaid fines and costs. You had a previous operating with a controlled substance from 2021, and you haven't paid on that in several years. Also, let's take a look at your license. Your license says not valid, restricted.
She had a paper reinstatement as of, I think, August 1st. Run.
Okay, because you drove here today, but you seem to have a,
She's able to do so.
well, the bailiff said you drove. You didn't drive here?
No,
She did. Didn't you?
no, my aunt brought me.
She did drive?
Wednesday.
Well, she apparently has a valid license, but
He is affirming that she did drive.
what?
My aunt's in the car. My aunt's in my truck.
All right, but you did drive here or did not?
I did. I have a license to drive.
Oh, well, you just told me you didn't.
No,
Apparently you do have a license,
Yeah.
but don't run me around the pea patch. You're gonna get sentenced on this new drinking driving charge, which is gonna undo your license. As soon as you get sentenced on October 6th, you're gonna lose your driving privileges again. So plan accordingly. I don't have any control over that. That's a driver license appeal division situation. But we'll provide you a notice for APT. So I'll have the court officer take you out there and get the notice, but you're gonna lose your license on October 6th when you get sentenced, and that's just how that's gonna work. So if you need to take care of medical appointments or that sort of thing, my suggestion is you do it in the next month or so. All right,
thank you.
you're good to go. Melinda Fowler. Good morning. Tried to put these in order. You had another date, but I pulled those files also to deal with everything. Are you Melinda K. Fowler?
Yes, sir.
You got about 8 cases here. On June 23rd, it's alleged you committed a retail fraud in the 3rd degree. And that's a misdemeanor punishable by up to 93 days in jail and a fine of up to $500. I didn't have an order. In June 28th of 2024, it's alleged you committed a retail fraud 3rd degree, which is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 93 days in jail, and a fine of up to $500. That case is full of you failing to appear when you're supposed to. File 241826 is another retail fraud in the 3rd degree from July of 2024. There's a warrant out for your arrest in file 251817 which is a Three Rivers ordinance case, another retail fraud from August 7th of 2025. I'm going to recall the warrant in that case. OM. Let's take a look at this. Good morning. Morning. That one isn't in my queue. Oh, there it is. That one is allegedly at Walmart. All right, so that's 4. Then you have 251794. Also in Three Rivers, open intox on a motor vehicle on August 29th. On September 4th, you got arrested for operating while intoxicated and filed 251812. That's actually scheduled for next week, but as long as we're here, I got it also. That's a misdemeanor, punishable by up to 93 days in jail and a fine of up to $500. It carries 6 points on your driving record and requires that your license be suspended. You're also charged on that occasion with another open intox. I can't tell what's going on, but you are in a downward spiral. We have 5 retail frauds, an open intox, a drunk driving, and another open intox. You're not doing real well right now, plus multiple occasions of failing to appear for court. Do you still live on South Main Street?
I live at the DV shelter.
Well, I'm going to appoint an attorney on all of these cases. Now, you're barred from Walmart. I don't want you
wasn't aware
going
of
in
that.
there. What?
I was not aware of that.
Well, I just did it.
Okay.
They're sick up and fed with you. As Cheech and Chong used to say, you're in a better place. You got supportive people. They've got access to counseling, but something's going on and we're going to need to get at it. I'm going to appoint an attorney, set attorney pretrial in all cases for October 3rd, 2025 at 8:30. Do you have children there with you?
My son was placed in foster care because I didn't have anybody on scene to pick him up. So I'm dealing with that now too.
How old is he?
He's 12. He'll be 12 on Friday.
All right, this is not an indication that you're a thief. It's an indication that you have serious depression and mental health issues. But you can't stay on this path, throw alcohol in there, and then you're really in a. So I'm going to get a lawyer for you on all of these cases. You had a history of not appearing when you were supposed to.
I was in rehab during that time
All
for this
right.
failure to appear.
Where did you do your rehab?
At Our Hope in Grand Rapids, and then Jim Gilmore and Kalamazoo shortly after as well.
All right, good for you. Anyway, we'll get a lawyer on all the cases and address them on October 3rd at 8:30. The lawyer won't be Mr. George because he's got some of the ordinance cases. All right, you're good to go. Go to the court officer. I'll see you on October 3rd at 8:30 in the morning. Adrian Garcia Flores. Good morning, sir. That lady's in rough shape. She might be a sobriety court candidate. Good morning, sir. You got charged with having no insurance and no operator's license. So let's take a look at your circumstance.
Your Honor, if we could get a couple of weeks to a next pretrial. I discussed it extensively with him this morning to work on some things.
All right. You're trying to get your license?
Yes, sir.
Good. You have no baggage on here. You have an ID. Nice picture. But you're working on getting your license?
Yes, sir.
What do you do, sir?
I work third shift at Walmart, sir.
All right. Keep an eye out for Miss Fowler. She's not supposed to be in there. All right. Have you started the process at Secretary of State?
No, I had issues with my work schedule.
We discussed how that works this morning.
All right, well, the good news is you don't have any baggage on there. You don't have unpaid tickets, you don't have a speeding ticket, you don't have anything. You just don't have a license. We've got people that can't get a license. They don't have lawful residency status. They got multiple drunk driving charges. They've got lots of unpaid tickets. All you need to do is start the process with SOS to get your license. How old are you?
I'm 24, sir.
All right. And when you miss driver's ed as a kid, it's hard to get back on the driving train. So you need to get on the train. So if you get convicted of this, you're just going to pay a fine, but it's going to go on your driving record and it will make it difficult for you to get your license. You might have to wait 180 days or more before you're eligible to get a license. So if you come in here at the pretrial and show A, that you have insurance, and B, that you started the process to get your license, the prosecutor will give you some consideration and probably be willing to reduce the charge to something that will save you a lot of money and allow you to get your license. Now, you need to make an appointment with the Secretary of State, and that's not ever fun. There's one in Dowagiac, there's one in Sturgis, there's one in Portage, there's one in Kalamazoo, but we don't have one in Three Rivers anymore. You live on Millard Street?
Yes, sir.
Did you go to Three Rivers schools?
Native, sir. I'm from California.
Okay. How'd you end up in Three Rivers?
Parents moved me out here 5 years ago.
Well, good for you. We like to have imported people from California. What part of California?
Stockton.
Stockton's in rough shape.
Yeah, you tell me.
Well, good for you. We just need to get a license. So we were continuing all these to Thursdays, which caused huge problems. We had 39 pretrials last Thursday, which overwhelmed our staff, the prosecutor staff. So we're not going to do all of them on Thursdays again. I'm going to continue this for an attorney pretrial. for about a month from now. October 14th. It's not Garcia, it's Gasca Flores, is that correct?
Yes.
Sorry about that. Not that I can't read, it's just I can't see very good. Bring proof of insurance and license. All right, let's see what you can accomplish in the meantime. This is for your own good. You can't go through life without having a driver's license, and this is the time to go through the hoops to get it. So I'll see you in about a month, and we'll have you meet with the prosecutor and see how you're doing. All right, good luck, sir. Stockton had one of the highest unemployment rates in the country. Maybe it's coming back a little bit. Uh, I'll just put it here. Now, they brought me this. Anthony Gibson was a new one. He isn't here. He lives in a motel, looks like. See what the deal is. Shana brought that to me late yesterday afternoon. And she didn't put it in my queue. As a,
What charges it on?
it's a retail fraud. Anthony Arnold Gordon. She was messing with me. Well, let me see if I can find it. It's a 2024 case. guy in jail? No? The allegation is that he was at Walmart in September of 2024 on multiple occasions. Oh, boy. He skip scanned a package of chicken wings for $30.04. Then he skip scanned on a different date a salad bowl and pineapple chunks for $6.45. Posted bond, $100. On 9/10. I don't see a notice in here. I don't know what happened. I can't tell, but he isn't here, so we'll do a reset. I don't think everything's in this file yet. Oh, here's his bond notice, September 25th. Oh, 16th of September at 8:15. All right, he has a bond receipt. The heck?
Welcome to the voicemail. 2697185. After you have finished your message, just hang up. Or to hear more options, please press 1.
Good morning. This is Judge Middleton calling for Anthony Gordon. Failed to appear for arraignment today in district court on a charge of retail fraud. I'm not sure whether you got this notice, and I'm not sure whether that's as you, but you need to contact the court before you get a bench warrant for your arrest. Have a nice day. Try to order the show cause first. That's a little bit unclear. Michelle, is someone out there named Ora Downer? He has county cases and city cases. He's married to Debbie Downer. Okay. Well, he had 1, 2, 3, 4 pretrials, 3 county cases, and 1 ordinance case. and he has $130 worth of unpaid fines. Have you got Natalie Welch in the back?
Yes, sir.
Has anybody seen her yet?
Security, is anybody on that? Negative, sir.
All right, we'll come back. She has a felony pre-exam. I have a probation violation arraignment and a new charge. So when they're done, don't take her back till I get a chance to see her, but
Sir, I just got informed that Mr. Bush does not need to see her for her PECs, so. If you want to, we can grab her.
yeah, why don't you?
Yes, sir.
Actually, I might not be able to see her. I can arraign her on the new charge. But she has a probation violation hearing today. And her lawyer was Lori Hines.
Go ahead and have a seat that first.
Morning, how are you? Okay.
It is Lori Hines. It's not set till 9 o'clock. Good morning, Miss Welch.
Good morning, Your Honor.
You had your felony case, and apparently, did you waive the preliminary examination on that case?
My attorney said that he would speak with me this morning about it. I'm not sure.
All right, well,
Whether-
he's here.
Okay,
You got a new charge that I need to address. File 251882OM is a new retail fraud charge. Let me see if they put that in my queue. No, there it is. It's alleged that on August 25th, you were at the Walmart store in Three Rivers and took property less than $200 by skip scanning it. A lace trim tank top and denim mom shorts. I don't know, they want to market something as mom shorts, but both products totaled $17.46. So I'm Walmart's enforcer for $17.46. This is charged under Three Rivers ordinance, which is a little different than the state statute. It's 90 days and or $500. You've been in jail now for about 8 days or so. How do you plead to this charge, this retail fraud charge? If you plead guilty, I'm just going to sentence you and give you time served. If you plead not guilty, I'm going to appoint a lawyer for you and set it for further hearing.
I'll plead guilty.
All right. You should also know that this could also be a condition for the violation of your probation. We already have a hearing set. But so with that in mind, does that change your mind about whether you wish to plead guilty?
No, Your Honor.
Anybody threaten you to get you to plead guilty to this?
No,
Promise you anything?
no.
Do you understand that if you do plead guilty to this charge, you'll be giving up your right to have a trial in front of a judge or jury. And there will not be a trial. Do you understand that?
She understands, John.
All right. You had a trial, you'd have the right to have any of the witnesses for or against you subpoenaed to come to court so they could be questioned under oath. You would have the right to take the witness stand yourself and testify on your own behalf, but you don't have to because you have a right not to testify. And if you did not wish to testify, the judge or jury could not hold your silence against you. Understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Were you in the store that day and underscanned a lace top and some shorts?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. You've actually been in jail for 13 days. The city retail fraud is different than the state statute. But I'm gonna give you 13 days in jail credit, 13 days concurrent with your other cases. 242320. FY and 251418. Minimum allowable fine, $125 or 2 additional days. Here's Miss Hines. Good morning. Natalie got a new charge of a retail fraud, which she just pled to, and I gave her time served. This is the time for the probation violation hearing, which you got her back on.
I was looking for an updated report, which I don't have. So.
I haven't seen anything. Do you want to talk with Natalie a little bit in the back? She has her felony prelim this morning, and it sounds like she was going to waive it.
So there's another new charge?
There's another new charge that she's at 25 possession of. You and me and everybody else have been trying to keep Natalie from ODing, and she came about a hair's breadth away from it.
Yeah, she was at the Wings of Angel.
Yes.
Was that Wings of Angel? Wings of God, yeah. And I know a resident there, and I asked what happened and why she left, so I was informed as to what happened.
Well,
and it was a great place for her to be. So.
I think so. Why don't you take a minute with her and let me see? I think Matt has her.
No, Dan does.
Dan does.
Mm-hmm.
Dan was going on a trip. Is he gone already?
Well, I think if I remember the email with Guadalupe, you said you wanted to hold the hearing despite Dan not being available today.
All right, bye. Yeah, he's on his trip. He's doing he's going to California, I think is where he is. So there's no updated info.
Oh, they gave you a misdemeanor offer. Okay.
Oh, there's a misdemeanor offer in the other case.
That's what Natalie just told me, Your Honor. Who's your attorney?
Well,
John.
It would make more sense for me to do that rather than Judge P.
Which I agree, because you have all our other cases.
Why don't you take Natalie back? Would you see if you can hook up with John Bush and see what's going on
Just
with
today or
it?
All right. Have you met with John? Did you sign any? Did you?
I met with him yesterday and then last Thursday.
Okay, so you met with him twice. All right, and John's around.
He is, I think.
Why don't I go see if I can find John first and then chat with Natalie? The retail fraud was just arranged.
13 days, credit 13 days.
Okay. Oh, you got time served. Okay. Let me go talk
All right,
to John.
we'll take a recess. Thank you,
And
Lori.
then I'll
They
be
send you
back
any
in Lockhart to
Polycom
see-
stuff today, Judge?
I haven't seen anything. We went down, we got 103
Natalie,
this
I'll be right
morning.
back.
But I haven't seen anybody that looked like they were set for arraignment today. Well, yes, there's a vehicular homicide or vehicular accident case. Miss Beebe,
Well, after yesterday's.
Liliana Beebe, what's that?
I said after yesterday's circus, that'll be nice. We were arraigning people.
Well, yeah, Luke had a bunch. I did one of them. But she got arrested on a reckless driving causing serious impairment of a bodily function. And that's the only thing I saw that looked like it was needed arraignment to. Let's check with Shana. Hi, how are we for arraignments today? Just Miss Beebe? No, bench warrant stuff and arraignment, jail arraignments, just one? Okay, all right, thanks, bye. Yeah, Keith, there's just one, Phoebe B. Beebe,
Okay.
Leilana Marie Beebe. Anyway, that is better than what we had yesterday. We're down to 103. A couple people are about to get out. Mr. George, Miss Welch pled guilty to your 3 Rivers ordinance retail fraud. All right, we'll take a recess.
Can I approach you? Mr.
Yeah.
Fowler did not appear.
All right.
I talked to John, she did get a use of controlled substance offer, but he said that occurred prior to her being placed on probation. But she still had that retail fraud, and she left the Wings of God and all of that,
Yes.
so. I don't know, do you want Judge Patterson to take a plea, or do you want to take a plea?
I'll take the plea and then I'll
Okay.
set it for sentencing.
And then what do you want to do, probation violation?
If she admits, I'll set it for sentencing at the same time.
With, and then I'll give Dan the ability to be here. All right, I'll let John know and then I'll go.
And then ask Judge P, I'm willing to take that case from him.
Okay. I'll let him know.
All right, well, I haven't been to your booth at the fair, but when I get there, I have a meeting today at lunch, which is gonna affect my flexibility, so maybe I'll catch up with you later in the week.
Well, I think we have, is the exam with you?
Yes, and the impression I got is they both wanted a prelim.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go see if I can make contact.
It's a joint prelim, correct? All right. I volunteered to keep Miss Welch, and I appreciate Lori Hines's help because it just makes more sense to keep it in front of me. This guy has already failed to appear. He has 4 cases. Or a downer. Let's see what he's doing.
We're sorry, your call cannot be completed at this time. Please hang up and.
I only half and just say they just get those numbers with a random number generator because they don't ever work. All right, Mr. Donner's gonna get 4 bench warrants at $200 a piece. 251535, 251536. He's failed to appear on several previous occasions. He doesn't have email. They handed him the stuff he missed. He came back in, struggling to get a ride. All right, we'll stay here and wait for Miss Welch. Make some notes on Miss Welch. Oh. Yes, I missed him. All right, she also has, let's sort all this out. Two, 5, 1, 4, 1, 8.
You ready?
Yes. Thank you, Lori. Stop the record, restart it. Separate things out.
So I talked to Judge Patterson, Josh, John, and Nat, so
Okay.
I think she's understanding.
Thank you, Josh.
Problem.
I just thought it would make more sense for me to do this in light of all of our dealings with this young woman. Why don't you bring her back in? Is John gonna join us?
Yeah,
Yes.
Okay. Are you guys done next door?
no,
It does still appear we got a joint prelim this afternoon.
yeah, I haven't heard anything different.
That was Tim's opinion. He was gonna go out to the jail and see his client. All right, Natalie, you're so important. We got two lawyers for you. Mr. Bush is here and Ms. Hines is here, and she helped organize this. As soon as Mr. Bush joins us, we'll address it. Joshua, she and John, she was charged with a retail fraud under Three Rivers ordinance. Have a seat, John, up here with your client. And she pled to that, and I gave her 13 days jail credit, 13 days. This is a combined record in the matter of People versus Natalie Nicole Welch. Miss Welch had a retail fraud charge and filed 2518820M. We took care of that a little earlier this morning with Mr. Stickley. She is also set for a pre-exam conference today before Judge Patterson and filed 251418FY. I asked Judge Patterson if I could handle this case since I have everything else. And she's represented in that matter by Mr. John Bush. Also present is Prosecuting Attorney Chief Assistant Joshua Robert. The allegation is that on April 14th, that she did possess heroin in Montville Township. That's a felony. It's punishable by up to 4 years in prison and a fine of up to $25,000. Prosecutor has agreed to reduce that to a charge of use of a controlled substance, heroin. That's a misdemeanor, Miss Welch. It's punishable by up to a year in jail and a fine of up to $2,000. Is that correct, Mr. Robert?
Yes, it is.
Mr. Bush, you agree with the plea offer?
Yes.
Natalie, are you going to plead to using heroin in Montville Township back in April?
Yes, Your Honor.
And I just went through the advice of rights with you a minute ago in the other case. Do you understand you have those same rights in this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you'll be giving them up by entering this plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, let's take a look at this affidavit. Now, Ms. Hines, why don't you come up also? Ms. Hines represents you on the earlier case, and I think this charge predates the time you were on probation.
That's my understanding.
So this does not result in a violation of your probation. But it is a misdemeanor punishable by up to a year in jail. Let's look at the affidavit. You got pulled over in a truck and they found some heroin residue in your possession. Is that correct?
They found it in the truck. Yes.
All right. And had you used some heroin earlier that
9:20
day?
a.m.
Might be easier. The lab report that came back showed that the substance was positive for heroin, fentanyl, and cocaine.
Yes.
So I don't know if she thought she was using one of those and it was all of those.
Well, it's interesting because I did a test on her. And when she was here and she tested positive for heroin, fentanyl, cocaine, and methamphetamine. I was like, oh, no.
And THC.
And marijuana. At any rate, had you used something that either had,
Yeah, but I didn't know all those substances were in it.
all right, what did you think you were taking?
Your Honor, I thought I was using just heroin.
All right. Okay, so we have to set that matter for sentencing. Now, the case that Ms. Hines represents you on, she's had you as a client for some time. Is the probation violation hearing that I set for the same time as this. The allegation is that you violated your probation by failing to report on a monthly basis, failing to pay fines and costs, failing to serve jail as ordered, failing to participate in treatment as ordered, failed to abstain from the use of alcohol or drugs. That was July 13th that Daniel filed that petition. The hearing was August 13th. I didn't see you until September 4th. He pled not guilty and we appointed Ms. Hines. Now, there was a lot going on because you've been in a couple different treatment facilities. Is that correct?
I've only been to one,
Which one was that?
Wings of God,
And where is that?
in Paw, Michigan.
All right. And then when you got arrested on September 4th, you were at a house that got raided by the cops and you got picked up on your outstanding warrants. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And sometime just before that, you had a bad overdose and they took you to the hospital.
Yes, Your Honor.
And when was that?
That's when I had left or got removed from the Wings of God.
Well, that would have been in August.
Yes.
All right. So you got removed from your treatment facility and then
She
you
removed herself.
removed
No,
them.
they brought me to the hospital because
Okay.
I was at the home when I overdosed.
All right. Okay. So Ms. Hines, is she going to acknowledge using a controlled substance as a violation of a condition of her probation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah.
All right. What did you use?
Well, I was on a Vivitrol and pill, and I had used a little bit of heroin, which made an overdose because the two don't. I guess like if you're on the pill, it will cause an overdose, but I didn't know that.
Were you on Suboxone too, or just Vivitrol?
Just Vivitrol.
All right. That scared me.
Yeah, I didn't know, Your Honor.
Well, it scared Ms. Hines and it scared Dan Friesine and Mr. Robert and that's exactly what we don't want to happen to you. But frankly, I don't know what to do. So I'll accept your plea to the probation violation. Daniel is gone on a vacation. And what I'd like to do is set this for sentence on the PV and the new misdemeanor. Now, regarding the probation violation, I may have told you this, but I'll tell you again. You have a right to have a hearing on that. You have a right to have proof beyond at least a preponderance. Ms. Hines would represent you in that hearing if you wished. You just acknowledge that you violated one of the conditions of your probation. That means there won't be a hearing. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anybody threaten you to get you to do that?
No, Your Honor.
Or promise you anything?
No, Your
All right, so we have to set sentence on the PV in 242320
Mhm.
FY and the new case 251418. The other thing that had happened, Ms. Welch, is you reduced your tolerance for opioids. And unfortunately, it's very common that people overdose when they get out of treatment. They're at very high risk of fatal overdose because their tolerance has been reduced by the clean time. So are you seeing anybody at the jail? Is Pivotal or anybody seeing you now?
No, I've requested Pivotal, but no one's seen me yet.
I'll send an email to Lauren. When you overdosed, did you take the substance at the treatment facility? Or did you leave there for a little bit?
I was at the facility.
That's frightening that it's that easy to get even while you're in a treatment facility. Whoever gave it to you is no friend of yours. They almost killed you. Has your mother been coming to see you at the jail?
No, Your Honor. She's been having a lot of surgery and stuff going on, so.
John, you're set to be here on October 20th at 11. Lori, can you make that work?
Time.
10:30.
Yeah, I have a pre-trial at 9 at that time. October 20th.
Yeah, you're right. I'm at 11 in another meeting, so that
Yes.
works very well.
That's a month from now, which is longer than I would like, but you need some more clean time. And you owe me some time in the probation violation anyway. And I'm gonna try to figure out what to do with you. I thought the Wings program was a great option.
Mhm.
I'm reluctant. In a perfect world, if I let you out of jail today, where would you go?
To my mom and dad's home in Colon, which I haven't lived there in years, but due to my probation, I would be going there because I don't want to screw up anymore.
All right.
And my mom really needs me there, I believe, because she's gone through it. And I've never been there for her like I should have. And I'm her baby. So
Say that again.
I said I'm her baby, I'm her last child.
Yes, and she's had a lot of heartache.
And I know my consequences if I do screw up anymore.
Well, your consequences, you're gonna be dead. Heroin, fentanyl, cocaine, methamphetamine, and marijuana, and you're 20 years old. Makes a hair stand up on the back of my neck. I'm gonna get with Pivotal and Daniel and see if we can figure out another placement for you. But in the meantime, you're gonna be in the jail. Bond is canceled in each case.
All right, let's talk about that. This hearing was a ride through multiple cases in Judge Middleton's courtroom, and as usual, he managed to keep things steady, firm, and just a little bit witty at times. We had everything from high blood alcohol levels to retail fraud, licensing issues, and probation violations, with the judge juggling defendants, lawyers, and even the occasional courtroom mix-up like he was running a very peculiar variety show. What stood out most was how he balanced compassion with accountability, never sugarcoating the consequences, but also recognizing the struggles people were bringing into court. First up was Candon Michael Farr, who appeared respectful and cooperative, if a bit reserved. Judge Middleton laid out the seriousness of the alleged offense, pointing out the blood alcohol number that was 3 times the legal limit, but what really stuck was the judge's attention to Farr's efforts with the VA. You could tell he genuinely wanted Farr to keep moving in that healthier direction. Farr's calm answers and acknowledgement of his support system made this part of the hearing feel less combative and more like a course correction session, with the judge encouraging him to get a lawyer, stay in treatment, and not lose sight of the big picture. Then came Teresa Standish, and things got a bit more tangled. Her history of failing to appear was not lost on the judge, who clearly wasn't buying every explanation. At one point, there was even back and forth about whether she drove to court that day. Let's just say Judge Middleton doesn't let people dance around the truth. He was polite, but made it clear he didn't want to be run around the pea patch. His patience showed, but so did his insistence on getting a straight answer. Melinda Fowler's hearing was heavier, with multiple retail frauds, open container issues, and a clear downward spiral that the judge did not gloss over. To his credit, though, he framed it as more than just bad behavior. He recognized signs of deeper struggles, mentioning depression and mental health. His reference to Cheech and Chong lightened the mood for a second, but his message was serious. Things had to change. Fowler's quiet responses and mention of her son in foster care made the atmosphere sympathetic, though tinged with concern. Judge Middleton wasn't harsh, but made it clear she'd be getting an attorney and facing everything head-on in October. We also had Adrian Garcia Flores, whose case felt almost refreshing by comparison. No record, no baggage, just a young guy trying to straighten out his license situation. Judge Middleton even teased him lightly about importing from California. It was a calmer moment, handled with encouragement rather than stern warnings, and it showed how adaptable the judge is with different defendants, serious when he needs to be, supportive when the circumstances allow. And then, of course, there was Natalie Welch. This was a more layered and emotional part of the docket, involving new retail fraud charges, probation violations, and a history of substance use. The judge, along with attorneys Bush and Hines, took great care here, firm but not unkind. Middleton stressed the risks of relapse and overdose, even noting how terrifying it is when someone reduces their tolerance in treatment and then comes dangerously close to a fatal outcome. The way he spoke about Welch being 20 years old with so much ahead of her showed both frustration and real concern. You could sense the courtroom's mood shift. No laughter here, just a sobering acknowledgement of how high the stakes really were. Overall, the atmosphere shifted back and forth between serious and lightly humorous, depending on who was standing before the bench. Judge Middleton ran the session with patience, authority, and occasional flashes of dry humor. The defendants varied widely, some earnest, some evasive, some just overwhelmed, but all were given the same fair shake. If there's one takeaway, it's that this courtroom is a place where accountability and compassion coexist, and that balance is what makes Judge Middleton's hearings consistently worth watching. If you found this hearing insightful, consider subscribing, hitting the bell, and letting me know your thoughts in the comments below. I read every one.